Alright, so just some quick notes before we start. The time it takes for 64 blocks to travel through a hopper, and you'll see why this is relevant in just a second, is approximately 25 seconds, and that amounts down to each block taking approximately a fourth of a second to travel through. Each trial we'll be running is 50 blocks long, and also the numbers that you'll be seeing are mainly for a visual or a mental comparison that you'll be able to tell for yourself. They're not like very specific units for anything. Also, the annotations on the screen, you can go directly to the trials, directly to the end. So yeah, click one of those if you want to, and that's pretty much it. Enjoy. Hey guys, Goldon4 here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'll be showing you what the fastest mode of travel is in survival Minecraft, at least as of Minecraft 1.7. So yeah, I'll be going through experiments, as you can see down there behind me, to prove what is going on. So yeah, let's get right down into it. As you can see down here below me, I have multiple courses set up to measure the running speeds, the running and movement speeds of different things. And so how it works is that there's a tripwire set up down on this end. And when I'm going to start somewhere on it and just start moving through it. Now once I hit it, it will send a pulse down to this machine right here. And what this machine does is that the original pulse from the first tripwire, which will be simulated by this button, moves the redstone block over so it allows the items to flow from this hopper into this chest. Now the hopper will always start with 64 items, and then as time moves on, the items will flow into the chest. Now, until I hit the second tripwire down at that end, which will send a redstone signal all the way down, which will be simulated by this button, to stop the hopper from sending more items. Now it takes the length of the redstone, uses 4 repeaters, so I put 4 repeaters here, and also I have that counteracted at the start by a single repeater set at 4 ticks, so it will just counteract the time it takes for this redstone signal to send from one end to the other. Alright, the first trial we have here is just me going to be sprinting straight down the 50 block line. As you can see, the sprinting is just basically what you're used to in everyday Minecraft. Just regular sprinting. That took 23 units to get down to the end. So I'll set a marker down here and move on to the next one. Now this trial is going to be walking and speed 1. Now, I was personally curious about this one. I wasn't too sure about was faster regular sprinting or just walking with a speed 1 potion, and turns out it was just a little bit slower. So yeah, it took 25 units instead of only 23. Now this next unit is sprinting and speed 1. Now this is obviously going to be faster than regular sprinting, but I wasn't sure how much faster. So yeah, this took 19 units. Now here's walking with speed 2. Now this was also interesting for me to find out, to see how much faster or slower it is than just regular sprinting, and it ended up taking 22 units. Alright, now this one is one of the last ones of sprinting. Actually, running this is sprint and speed 2 at the same time. So yeah, this was obviously a very quick comparison that took 17. Now here I am using a boat. It took me a second to get here, but I had the little runway so I could get my boat up to speed first. Now I'll be going as straight as I can, but also boats are a little bit difficult, but yeah. That took 19 units, so boats are actually fairly quick. And also I acknowledge that having constant rails is a bit unrealistic to do in a survival situation, but that's what I just did for the purposes of this, and that took 16 units. Alright, so now this is just a quick overview of what we have been going over. And remember that the timing are approximations within, let's say, like a tenth of a second of the real time. So the sprinting took about 9.2 seconds. The walking speed 1 took 10 seconds. The sprint in speed 1 took 7.6 seconds. The walk in speed 2 took 8.8 seconds. The sprint in speed 2 took 6.8 seconds. The boat took 7.6 seconds. The minecart took 6.4. Alright, so here are just some factors to take into mind when you're thinking about the numbers and everything I just showed you, that it's not really very efficient to use a minecart to go everywhere, even though it's the fastest mode. Technically, it's not really very efficient to have to place down rails everywhere and just go everywhere like it is if it's a commonly traveled area, but that, again, it's not very efficient for everyday use. Now, same with the boat. It's not going to be very easy to boat everywhere or to have potions with you constantly, because potions, carts, and boats, as you know, do not stack, so that'll also be a major constraining factor with that, along with the amount of resources that it takes to build these or create these. So that's also something you have to keep in mind. And also for the running, the terrain that you're running on and how you run and like what your hunger is, those are all also major constraining factors in this. Alright, now before I wrap this whole video up, I want to ask you, do you think I should make a flying one for this one about differences in flying with potions, sprinting, etc. while you're flying? And anyways, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like or even subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.